Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Check it out. On the other side of the intro, man, we're going to preview the game against Carson. This wonderful playoff game, open division bracket. We're number 6 and they're ranked to number 3. So we're going to come back. Coach is going to join us. So we're going to just have some fun. So stay tuned. We thank you for joining, and we'll see you in a couple of moments right after the intro.
Hey, win on me, win on 3, ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Oh, yeah! Stop playing with a beat! 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 Stop playing with a beat!
Some call it the gridiron.
Nice run, way to skim it.
Others, 100 yards of pain.
Too much.
We just like to call it football.
Football.
With Facebook James.
Football, baby.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to an early episode of This Week in Pali Football. I believe I call this one week number 12. So welcome to the show. If you happen to be watching and you're not watching the live stream, you're watching the replay, you can always go ahead and put in hashtag replay squad. Now I say that, none of y'all do that, but I know that we get a whole bunch of views after the live, so it's all good. You can remain anonymous if you choose to. But let's go ahead and give it out to the folks. Give it up to the folks who are here. Tanisha Blake is in the house. She says, "Hey, Mr. Riley. Hey, Tanisha, what's going on?" Me make a couple adjustments over here on the fly. So we got that right there, and then Maureen Lascala. Good timing. She says, "Go Pally." Good timing. Charger game almost over. Absolutely. Are you a Charger fan, Maureen? Let me know in the comments. But you know what, Maureen, just for you, I have to tell you something. In full honesty, I felt kind of bad last week that you talked about me, or you not talked about me. You just commented that I got a shave or a haircut or something. But what it really was is I did not wear a hat last week. So Maureen, I got something for you. So I got a couple of hats. You let me know which one is working out tonight, okay? I got my bucket hat right here. You like this one? Hey, go Pally. Yeah. Okay, I got that one. And then got a quick wardrobe change. I got this one right here. All right. Oh, okay. You work for the charts. Okay, we'll have to talk about that. All right, so I got this one here. You like this one? This is nice and blue. It kind of goes with the background too. I kind of like this one. And then I got the visor. I got the OG visor. Yeah. So which one? Which one do you like? And I'll just rock it for the rest of the for the rest of the show. Anyway, thank you for joining us, you guys. Just having some fun over there with Maureen, and you got to tell us a little bit more about how you worked for the Chargers. That could be an interesting story right there. Anyway, without further ado, okay. See, Maureen says the visor, so I'm gonna rock with the visor. There you go. See, I love the interactivity that we have on this show, right? So, hey, if you ask for it and I got it, I'm going to go ahead and sport it. So you want the visor? There we go. We're going to rock the visor for the rest of the show. Anyway, big game coming up this week. Big game. And we want everyone to come on out. And I believe I have something prepared for you guys. There it is right there. Yes, it is the Open Division playoff opening round, I believe, for the Open Division. We're ranked to number 6. And Gardena's ranked number 3. So we're going to get into it. As you can see right there, we got a angry dolphin. I know Maureen said dolphins aren't angry, but for this particular playoff game, we need some angry dolphins because we're definitely going up against number 3, the Gardena High Panthers, as they're called. So let's go ahead. And, November 9th, which is this Friday, and I think we talked about last week why the game is on Friday because, on Thursday, Let me slow down. Sometimes I get excited over here talking about Pali football. The game is on Thursday evening at Gardena High School, okay? We are the traveling team. Gardena is the hosting team. So we're going to travel all the way over. I know it's a long trek, on the 405, especially during rush hour. Come on out and join us. We need to pack the stands and root our team to victory. It's going to be a wonderful game. And so, again, come on out this coming Thursday, not Friday. Now, what's happening Friday is all of the schools in LA Unified are observing Veterans Day. So school is canceled. That's why it's a Thursday night game, just in case you were wondering, okay? So come on out Thursday. I know it's kind of near the end of the week. It's not quite Friday, but come on out and let's pack the stands. I know we're going to have a lot of parents there, and I believe our cheer squad is going to be there. Not too sure if the band is going to travel, but just as long as we have, it would be nice if they did, but if we have our football parents and supporters, and we have the cheer moms and dads and supporters, hopefully that'll be enough. But if admin, come on out and join us. And if you're just a casual observer, if you're alumni, Pali football, or you didn't play football, you're just alumni, you want to come out and support, come on through. And I'm sure I haven't received any ticket information. I'm sure the tickets will be on GoFan as they have been for the most of the season. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Coach Smith. Hit that button right there. Is it going to work for me? Did it work? 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 Okay, let's go ahead and use the mouse. All right. Hey, Coach Smith, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well. Maureen likes, she chose the visor, man. How am I looking over here?
That's good. I actually like the blue hat. It goes with my shirt, but the visor's
Absolutely.
cool too.
Absolutely. You know what? Near the end of the, halfway through, Coach, I could flip it up. You know what I'm saying? We got the hat right here. Hey, man. So, early in the week, I know we kind of went early, or we're going live earlier this week, just so that you can have the maximum amount of time to prepare for this very important playoff team. And so, what do you know about the Gardena? Used to be Mohicans, but now they're the Panthers. What do you know about the 9-1 Gardena Panthers that we're going to face this coming Thursday?
Well, I mean, they had a great season. I believe it's the first league title in 50 years. So they're going to be riding that wave. But they have a great coaching staff, great team, fast, physical defense. They had a good two running backs that we have to really focus on tackling low. No, he's a big guy, so if we tackle high, it's going to be a long night for us. So we got to make sure we tackle well, stop the run. We feel like if they pass, that plays into our hands. So we just got to be smart with the ball as well. Don't turn the ball over, and just play our game.
Absolutely. So I'm about to show just some of their stats for the season and just some of their opponents, just to kind of dig into them just a little bit, so we can find out a little bit more about our opponent. Let's see. So let's go here, Coach, and there we are. So we see that they played Bell, and that was a victory for them. They played Crenshaw. They played Centennial. 64-0. Wow, that's 30-0 against Bell, 35-0 against Jordan. Washington Prep, 38-0. So they've been playing some pretty solid football. This is no slouch of a team over here, Coach.
No, they've given up 68 points the whole year. So they had, I think, 4 or 5 shutouts. The only team they led scored was Manning, and that lost 27 points. So their defense is really, really good. So it's going to be a challenge for offense.
Man, look at this. See, this is my first time. Usually I'm prepping, but, I kind of wanted to, have a live reaction to some of their, to some of their games. Wow. Yeah, the only team that really gave them a hard time looks like was Banning. Right. Even Carson and Narbonne, who are usually, the champions in that particular league over there. I believe that's the Marine League, correct?
Yes.
yeah, it looks like they kind of had their way with everyone except for Benny. So, they're no slouch of a team, coach. So, like you said, their defense must be on point to not allow or to only allow 60. You said 67, 68 points this whole season.
Yeah, 68. Yeah, I mean their coach, one of the newscasts said they have the best defense in the city, and they obviously believe it. And looking at the numbers, it's hard to argue with that. So our guys on our defense kind of have a different perspective on who's the best defense in the city. So it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely over at Pali, we have I think we pretty much pride ourselves on having a pretty decent defense as well. So it's going to be a good defensive matchup, at least on paper. And then when we kind of dig in just a little bit deeper, that's going to be interesting as well. So let's go ahead and click the preview button. I don't think we did this last week, so I kind of wanted to save some content for this particular week. So let's go ahead and look at the preview real quick. Again, as you can see right there, this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. kickoff time at Gardena High School. And so looks like they already have a reporter. So just looking at the win-loss, we're 7-2. Of course, we all know that we did not play the game against University. And so let me see if I can move my screen over. I see just a little bit is cut off so that we can get every ounce of information. Okay, there we go. So you see their home record, away record, and just their winning percentage. And now, according to Max Preps, they have 69 points scored.
Oh, 69. Sorry, not
So,
68.
so it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's we being nitpicky, but Max Preps is kind of funny anyway. And then here again, here's some of the good data. Palisades scoring team scoring averages 29.8 for Pali. Gardena 29.2. That's very close.
That's close.
That's about as close as you can get, right, Coach?
It is, and I feel like if we play that 10th game, it'd be a little higher. So
Yeah,
you know,
and the thing about it, during the course of the season, we were averaging somewhere between 30 and 33 points, per game anyway. So, by virtue of us not playing that last game, that probably brought some of our percentages down right there. Tanisha, who's watching, she says it's too close for comfort. Well, I agree, but it also makes for a good game. I mean, I'm sure the 26-27 win that Gardena had over Banning was a great game. And, anytime you have scores kind of close to one another, it should be a pretty decent game. It should be a good game.
yeah, definitely. I think it's going to come down to whose offense is more consistent, who comes out early and scores often. So it's really going to be a defensive battle, and like I said, whatever offense doesn't make mistakes is going to probably come out and win.
Absolutely. So now we're just looking at, and then Maureen, she also says excellent defense. So that's, that's obvious right there, because they're not scoring a gang of points, but somewhere between 30 and 40 points is a pretty good amount of points for a high school football game. Okay, so let's look at some of the team comparisons. The rushing yards per game. Pali is rushing about 141, and Coach told me before we started that he inputted all of the offensive stats in for the game. So this is pretty much accurate. So we're averaging about 141 yards rushing. They're averaging 160 passing yards per game for us, 150 for them, 111. And then you see the total yards per game, 292 as opposed to 271. Tackles, it's very close as well. I mean, it's like 50 to 49. I mean, this is going to shape up to be a very good game. And then again, sacks per game, each team is averaging at least one sack. And then again, Max Preps, it's doing what Max Preps does. Again, we just showed you that we were averaging 29.6, I think. And then over here it says 28 points. So I don't know. But yeah. And then let's go ahead and go over some of the team leaders. And to your point earlier, Coach, you were talking about their running game. Rushing yards. So maybe Xavier Grant, number 9, is the guy that has to be watched when we're on defense.
Yeah, number 9 and number 4, Miles Mason. He's the big kid I was talking about that we really need to tackle. They're both big kids, but they use number 4. They'll throw the ball to him. They'll give him in the backfield. He plays middle linebacker, so he's definitely one of their top players on the team.
Absolutely. And then you see our passing game, 154 as opposed to 111 total yards per game, 172 and 114 yards per game. So, it's definitely a type of game where what they say, you got to bring your lunch because it's going to be some hard work on both sides of the ball. Evan Nirenberg with his, sacks. They have Tremel Marshall. And I'm sure he's probably a lot better than just 0.4 sacks per game. All right. And then you see the record breakdown again, and I was just trying to say, I think that's all of the team stats right there. So, Coach, go ahead and give us a little bit of insight. How are you going to defend their offense? Like we said, they've had some shutouts. What is your game plan? And you don't have to give us too much because we know it's still early in the preparation for the game. So just give us a little something about how you will try, or some of your tactics for getting the boys ready for this contest defensively and offensively on that note.
Well, defensively, I think Coach Reed put in a good game plan as far as trying to stop the run and make them pass against us. We feel like our strength. We feel like we can stop the run, and if they decide they want to pass, we feel like we have a good strength of stopping them passing. So we want to be able to stack the box, get them to pass the ball, and we feel like we have a good chance. Like I said, just tackling number 4 low, making sure we're not, he's not breaking tackles and getting 6, 7, 8 yards of carry on this. So we just really got to stay focused and be sound technique wise on defense. Offensively, we just want to tire them out. We play that up tempo style, so we want to just get to the line, play fast. They're not used to the spread offense. Nobody in the league runs it, so we feel like we have an advantage there that they haven't. There's a lot they haven't seen offensively that we do, and also they haven't seen the up tempo that we can play. So hopefully, we can tire them out by first, second quarter. Maybe get those starters out, get those second guys in, and we can just keep pounding them. And then by fourth quarter, they're exhausted, and that's when we feel like we start really stepping up. So, that's just the game plan so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've had several. We had all last week to prepare, and we have the remaining days, 3 days this week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, actually 2 days, right? Tuesday and Wednesday to really get prepared for this team. Now, let me ask you: do we have any players, any of our key players who are injured?
No, everybody's back. Harrison had an injury against Venice. He's been nursing a hamstring, but he practiced full speed today. Terrell, he practiced full speed today. So everybody's healthy. Everybody's ready to go. We had a really good practice today. Kind of a mini scrimmage, I should say. We're ready to go. The kids are ready to play.
Absolutely. Maureen says great game plan. And then, it is a great game plan. But again, we don't want to give up too much right now. So he's just giving you some of the basics right there. We don't want to go into detail. Maybe we'll save that for after our win. And then Amber Martin, thank you for joining us. She says, I believe in our coaching staff, especially the head coach. Let's go, Pali. Okay. Okay. All right, Amber. Okay, we appreciate the input. Uh, all right. All right. So yeah, Coach, it's we're here in the open. Number 6 playing number 3, and I'm sure you have to like our chances. You gave a great, wonderful plan. It sounds like we have all of our guys back. No injuries. Everyone is expecting to go out there and do their best. What would you like to see from the crowd in terms of when you turn around or when you walk out there, you want to see a small little crowd, or do you want to see something that's because I know Gardena is going to bring it. This is the first time they've been in this situation in a very long time, right? So they're going to have a lot of alumni. So how would you really like to see the stands when you guys walk out on the field ready for the kickoff?
If we can have a blue out, let's all wear our royal blue. Make it look like a home game for us. Be loud. Like I said, they haven't won league in 50 years. I guarantee you they're going to come out in their green or black, and they're going to pack their stands. So if we can pack our side, be as loud as we can, support the team, support the coaching staff in a positive way. It's gonna be times where we're gonna struggle. It's just that's football. It happens with the best teams. But just keep being encouraging to the players and coaching staff, and let's just have fun and get this victory.
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it, a better way for the Pali faithful to come on out and really support this football team. Now, once we win this game, Tanisha she says, I will blue everything. She says, go Pally. Absolutely. I would almost say well, yeah, just blew it out. I was going to make a street reference, but I don't know if I should. But yeah, go ahead and just baby blew it out. Whatever kind of blue, you can rock the blue and black. You can rock the powder blue. Just blew it out, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Even if you want to put blue on the face, come in, some face paint, whatever the case might be. Just come on out and Tanisha, you know what I wanted to say. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, that's a good thing. All right, coach. So yes, see, that's absolutely. I know some of you guys are like, what are they talking about? Okay.
Put a dolphin on your shirt. You make it home safe.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Coach. So as I was going to say, once we win this game, okay, we win the game. Our next opponent. Let's just kind of talk about some, just looking ahead, right, at the next possible contest. And I know that's something that coaches don't like to do, but let's, for the sake of our audience who are kind of, maybe paying attention a little bit, or I know we have a lot of members of our fan base who are really into it. But let's just say we win the game, right? Because we know what will happen once we lose. So we won't even talk about that. When we win the game, what would who would our possible opponent be for the following week?
So we play the winner of San Pedro and Garfield. So San Pedro was in the same league as Banning, Gardena, Carson, Arbonne. So it's going to be a tough opponent as well. And then Garfield's the number 2 team in the city. They're going to be tough as well. They have a big offensive line, big defensive line, fast defense. They put up 49 points, I think, with their backups against Roosevelt last week. So, it's going to be a tough team no matter who we face second round.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and just put up the graphic real quick. So this is kind of how the playoff works a little bit. And let me just move over just a tad so you can see all the goodness over here. All right. So, so as you can see, there are 8 teams in the open division, 8 teams. Narbonne is number 1. They're playing number 8. Granada Hills Charter. We are very familiar with them. And then they play Carson, Gardena, Palisades, San Pedro, and Garfield. And so, at the bottom 2 brackets, that's where we kind of reside right now. So the winner of our game will take on the winner of San Pedro and Garfield. And here's the kicker: there is a possibility. There's a possibility the stars would kind of have to align properly before we can have a home game. But there is a possibility of Pali having a home game. And what would have to happen? We would have to win, and so would San Pedro. Correct, Coach?
Yeah, exactly. I know in the southern section they do. If you have a home game, then you have to go on the road the next, no matter what your seed is. But I think in the city section, whatever the higher seed is, gets the home game.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of it kind of would make sense, right? Yeah, and we owe kind of like San Pedro a couple of because they kind of got us. I can go back a couple of years, and I think I kind of shared some of our thoughts about the 2015, I think 2016 season when we lost to San Pedro in the quarterfinals, and then a couple of years ago we lost to them. So it would be a good matchup, but what's really important is I think our focus needs to be really on winning this particular game against Gardena, making sure the boys have what they need, and it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Now, we touched on this a little bit last week. We're not going to have or relive a senior night because of what happened a couple of weeks ago. So, if we want to have a little hoorah on the following week, this is the game that we have to win. This is the team that plays very hard. They have a nice stellar defense, and we also have a nice stellar offense, I think. Roman has been he's been doing his thing. He's one of the fastest guys on the team. If we start from the QB position, you got Braden over there, and go ahead and brag on some of your players, Coach, because I could brag on them all day, but you see them day in and day out. Go ahead and talk about Roman, Braden. You got your boy Terrell. Go ahead and talk about your boys, man, because it's going to be a wonderful football game this coming Thursday.
Now, I was talking to Steve, I think it was last week, and I told him, I feel like the offense is starting to really gel together, especially in practice. We haven't played in 3 weeks, but just in practice every day, I think Roman's starting to feel more comfortable with guys. We brought King up from the JV team this week, and he's got some reps with the first and second team, and he looks really good out there. So, like I said, Braden just, that's his comfort zone. He knows he's always in the right spot for, for Roman. Jaden on the other side, he's hungry for that ball, so he's really chopping at the bits to get some touches. And Henry, him and Roman are really starting to gel together as well. So, and then just the running backs. Last couple of weeks it's been hard because Terrell and Harrison have been hurt. So Shiloh's been getting a lot of the first team and second team and third team reps. So he's really starting to get coming to his own. So it's really nice to see how we started in the beginning of the season and where we are now, and the offense as a whole is starting to really look good. So going up against this defense, we're coming together at the right time.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of foaming at the mouth just thinking about the possibility of having 4 receivers on the field, and I'm just like, man, this dude, you calling off names. I'm like, man, that'd be kind of dreamy and just roaming through doing this thing. I'm like, okay, we might have some quads on there. we might have some forerunners on there doing their thing, right?
Yeah, even Max Sasaji, and Tyler Saul. I mean, they're really starting to come together too. So we got 6 guys that we can get the ball to at any time.
Absolutely, and then go ahead and give our defense some love as well. We really focus in on our football teams. We really talk about the offense, but offense does not win the championships, right? So we always characterize or always say the slogan is defense wins championships. So go ahead and give your defense some shine, Coach.
Yeah, I see them every day in practice, and they're fast. So it's really good to see them. We always talk about the linebackers, and with Jake and Spoon and Cash and Jesse, but Isaiah's over there working hard at corner, and gotta give Jabari. I haven't talked about him all year. I mean, every day in practice, he's really giving our receivers a hard time getting off the ball and making them work hard. So it's good to see Jabari getting up in guys' face, pressing and making them work each not just each day, every rep. Making the receivers much better. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do, and Isaiah and Saxon. Hopefully he doesn't get a flag this week. Not that's a bad thing. I love their aggressiveness, but
Yeah,
it's just I want him to stay aggressive because it's
absolutely.
you don't pass the ball back there when he's
Yeah.
looking at shots ready to knock your head off. So just
No,
the whole defensive backfield, I'm excited
yeah,
to
no,
see.
no, we need Saxon, and I know you're referring to the hit that he laid out on a Venice player a couple of weeks ago, which, I mean, had he made a football move or whatever, I mean, he was gonna lay the hit anyway. So
Yeah,
because he was he was just right there, just
yeah,
it was bound to happen. So
yeah.
um,
He made the same hit at I think it was St. Genevieve's earlier in season 2. Yeah, we just all we said is be aggressive, just wrap your arms around him, and it's not a flag. So I just want him to keep being aggressive. Don't worry about what the refs are gonna call.
Absolutely. And then, we focus on, there are three phases of a football team, offense, defense, and then the last one, special teams. Let's go ahead and give our special teams some shine as well, Coach.
Yeah, Kellen's been kicking the ball very well. We don't kick a lot of field goals, but every extra point counts, and it's not easy. People think it's easy to kick a 20-yard field goal. It's not easy at all. So Kellen's been doing great. He's one of the top scorers in the league just off of field goal, extra points alone. Um, I don't have to say much about Caden. He can kick the ball 40, 50 yards. And when you're fighting for field position, that's having a punter like that is huge. So Caden Robinson's been working his hell off all season too. And when he's called upon, he's making things count. And, Henry running the ball, kickoff return and punt return, giving us good field position every time, using his speed. So, we got to get back to the first couple of weeks, getting a kickoff return back. We haven't done it since I think Roosevelt. So I think it's time for us to really. We work it every day, so I think it's time to really um, get that phase back working together. And if we can get offense, defense, special teams working all at one time, we're gonna put a lot of points up.
Absolutely. I see my friend over here, Craig Weston. He's in the comments. Hey, man, thank you for watching. I miss you on the sidelines, man. I know Eric Seinheimer has you locked down and shooting some other games, man. Hopefully, we can see you out on the field at Gardena, Craig. Man, I've been missing my buddy, dude. Craig Weston is one of our photographers, but he's been moonlighting with the LA Times. So, but no, man, just miss you. And he's always posting great and awesome photographs of some of our high schools, some of our other high school games, especially in the southern section and in the city section as well. So thanks for being here, Craig. Man, Coach, I think we covered it all, man. I didn't want this show to be too long. I know your mind is still going 100 miles an hour, just really thinking about. And so I really want to, go live. My wife even asked me, she's like, "You normally don't go live on Monday." I was like, "Nah, I don't." But I kind of wanted to give Coach some time. I want to kind of make sure the viewers had some time to kind of watch the live, kind of set up themselves for an awesome game this coming Thursday. And here's what Craig says. Craig says, if Pali gets to Birmingham, I may be there. Man, stop it. I know you're going to be there anyway, right? You're funny. You're a funny man, Craig. But no, man, I really didn't want the live stream and the content because I know, you're still in the midst of planning and everything. And, we don't want you to share everything. We don't want to give, bulletin board material for the other squad. So, Coach, any last words as we kind of mentally prepare, the viewers mentally prepare. You guys are going to physically prepare, and you're going to, of course, coach the guys. Any last words to the Pali football community?
Just like I said, wear all your blue, go in your closet, get all the blue you can, head to toe. Let's make it a home game. I don't want to say this, but it's possibly seniors' last game. So let's go out and support them. We didn't get the senior night for them, but every game is, Coach Solomon always says, "Win your last game, senior." So excuse me, we're hoping, that starts this Thursday, and then going forward. But just let's keep supporting the team. Um, let's have a good showing, and then hopefully the product on the field matches that energy in the crowd.
Absolutely. No, mentally you got to prepare for the other half, right?
Yeah,
I know we're always focused on the winning, but it's like, it really is a 50%, kind of situation. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. And so,
right.
just as you're preparing for the win, parents, family, Pally supporters, we also have to think about, the loss as well. And what really comes to mind is the way SC lost on Saturday, and just to see Caleb Williams just kind of pour all of his emotions came out
Yeah.
in that moment, because they tried so hard, but ultimately, I'm assuming he gave it his all. So we have to kind of mentally prepare our boys for something like that, because inevitably, whether win or lose, this season is going to come to an end. We don't want it to come to an end on Thursday, but we have to prepare our boys, our young men, for the ups and downs, especially in competitive sports.
Yeah, absolutely. They say you can't win them all, but that's the goal. So, you have to be prepared for, like you said, the winning, and then what's going to happen if things don't go your way. So, I just want, whatever happens, we've had a great season. Um, you know, I don't want to talk negative right
Yeah,
now.
no.
So, but
We absolutely. We've had a great season, and it's going to continue to, win or lose. We still going to have a great season. So, yeah, we don't want to turn it on the negative. We're gonna keep it on. We're gonna turn it on the dime, keep it positive, and Tanisha says very well said, you guys. Absolutely. We gotta prepare our boys, and so
right.
we've I've been on the losing side at San Pedro, at Banning, at Eagle Rock. Even at Pali. We lost one year against Dorsey. So, we and it's always that quarterfinal game. Aside from last year, those are some. We were rocking the road like, hey, but then we ran into Granada Hills and like, oh, okay, they can
Well,
really
I found
play.
out today this could possibly be our first time getting to the semifinals in the Open. So that's another goal to work for. So, I'll let the boys know tomorrow. It's not the championship yet, but it's the first time in school history you guys can get to the second round of the Open. So, that's a goal to work for Thursday.
Absolutely. Marine Lascala says we will win. All right. She's being a prophet right now. She's saying we will win. Okay. All right. All right. Just like Coach said, just come dressed in blue, and we're gonna do what we can to cheer on our boys. And so, Coach, hang tight. I'm gonna close up the show, and then we'll chop it up right after I close off the show. So just hang tight. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for getting the boys ready for this wonderful contest this coming Thursday.
Thank you. And hopefully next week we'll be talking about Pedro Garfield.
Absolutely. Whether win or lose, Coach, we're still going to be here next week. Okay.
Good. Sounds good to me.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Sit tight.
All right.
All right, everyone. So there we go. Just a wonderful time with Coach Smith, and we got to prepare the boys. We really, really want to win, but something might happen, and we can't run from the issue. So we're going to ask you to send all of your positive energy to our boys this coming Thursday. We want you guys to come on out, and just in case you did not see the graphic, you happen to join us late and you don't know what kind of game I'm talking about. Well, here's the game I'm talking about. This has been posted on our social media platforms. This coming Thursday, November 9th, Gardena High School at 7 p.m. Come on, and as Coach said, and as Tanisha said, dress in blue, right? Blue it out, blue in the face, blue in the pants, blue in the shirt, just whatever you got. Pali blue, dark blue, sky blue, don't matter what kind of blue. Just wear some blue, and we're going to support our boys to victory, and that's the only way that we do it over here at Palisades Charter High School as we represent our football team. Now, the last thing I did say, I was going to rep the blue hat. I think someone had made a comment, so I'm going to close out the show wearing. I think Coach said that. He's like, yeah, I like the blue hat. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the show rocking the blue Palisades football hat. Hey, you guys, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing everyone when and where. Well, when is this coming Thursday, 7 o'clock at Gardena High School as we face our next competitor, which are the Gardena High School Panthers. Thanks for watching. And Maureen says, and just like everybody says, Tanisha says, go Pally. It's not showing up. You know what? Let me go ahead and fix it because I want everyone to see. There we go. All right, man. All right, Tanisha says, go Pally. Maureen says, go Pally. Maureen also says, you rock. And then Amber Martin also says, go Pally. Thank you guys for watching. This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Now, where's my outro scene? I think it is right here.